This season of prayer and fasting, the beginning of the year 2025. I have no doubt this year will make lots of difference in your life. Forget about whatever you lost in the past. If you lost anything, look forward to new things because God always does new things. It will interest you to know that the essence of demarcation of seasons on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, and annual basis is to erode the memory of the past and give you a view of a better tomorrow. So if 2024 is past, hey, let it pass, leave it to pass away. Don't pass away with it. Detach yourself from it, attach yourself to new year, new opportunity, new horizon, new light, new vision. Well, getting back to our subject matter, we're looking at this next module on ultimate object of fasting. People have different reasons why they fast. And interestingly, I've discovered that many people underutilize this spiritual exercise. You can maximize it. You can get more than you are ever getting right now. Think with me in this line. In carrying out experiments or presentations in a project, a very critical thing to do is to outline your objective. Where there is no objective, life becomes subjective to negative happenings. With objective, you don't live in a world of guesses, but you are heading for actuality with objectives. Now, objectives helps to define focus and limit of your content. It guards one not to stray away from pursuit of purpose, because unknowingly one can be moving in a wrong direction, assuming that he is making progress, when suddenly he discovers that he's completely out of the way for not making progress. You can be moving and discover that you are far away from your destination. So that's why we want to look at this, the ultimate destination, object, or purpose of fasting is to develop deeper closeness in relationship with God. David's approach is to seek after God, to seek after God. And he explained it. Psalm 34, verse 10. The young lion, as strong as they are, may lack, suffer hunger. But those who seek after God, those who pursue after God, shall not want any good thing. David asked for less things, but he always asked for more of God. So, let me make us reason this way, therefore, that fasting is a medium for fellowshipping with God. Fellowshipping with God. You see, the crave for things has robbed many people of the full benefit of fasting. The patriarchs in scriptures have their priorities right. They were not looking for things the way our generation is busy looking for things in fasting. Looking for position, looking for promotion, looking even for children. All are easy things for God to deliver. If you get God, you can't miss good things of life. Fasting is for developing rapport with God, thereby being enabled to master the affairs of life with ease. Now, it will interest you to know that God knows your needs more than you do. He knows what you need. Often we tell God what we want, but He knows what we need. We tell Him our desires, but He wants to give to us beyond our desire. He wants to give to us what we require. These are two different things. You are thinking of what you desire. He is thinking of what you require because he knows what you require. That's why in Matthew chapter 6, verse 34, it tells us that we shouldn't bother about all of these things because God knows what we need. Verse 32, all the way to 33 to 34. Don't bug your head. He said he knows that you have need for these things. He knows you have need for these things. And he knows how to cater for them. I want to ask you, my good friend, brother and sister, to review your objective. Is it out of place to list out the things you need materially? No, never. As children, you should be able to talk to your father what you need. But if you want to get more and better, know your father. It's like you need 2 million from a millionaire. You ask for it, he gives it to you. But if you get deeper in relationship with him, you may find him giving to you more than the money you need. He will give you his personality. He will give you his image. He will give you his position. He will give you his other things that are around him. But if it's money you are looking for, he will give it to you, but you don't have access to other things. So prayer and fasting should be seen as platform for developing deeper relationship with God through fellowship. Of course, we understand that in the physical, we do without food. We do without water to the extent to which you can cope. Of course, many Bible scholars believes, both by revelation and by experience, that water is necessary for the body, especially for older people in fasting. So that should not be taken lightly. But you see, like Job said, he said, I am passionate for God more than my necessary food. So as it were, in fasting, you are moving away from the body into the realm of the spirit. You are departing from carnality to spirituality. And this is very critical. In Romans chapter 8, verse 6, he said, to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Fasting is a medium by which you translate from carnality to spirituality. That's why every person who gives himself genuinely to fasting will discover that, as you fast, you are getting more spiritually inclined. So fasting spiritualizes us, as it were. Just like physical food excites the body, fasting excites the spirit. Now, you discover that people get gentle when they are fasting. They lose their drive for physical things, for anger, for fight, and things like that. That shows that during fasting, you are denying the flesh and enhancing the spirit. You are deadening the body and quickening the spirit. You are subduing the flesh and uplifting your spirit man. And that's why, like I said, that's the ultimate. And the reason for this is because, you see, when you take control spiritually, it becomes far easier for you to be in command of physical things. We battle over many things because we have not changed our level. In fasting, we change level from carnality to spirituality. We lean up the body. Your body becomes lean when you are fasting, but you fatten your spirit man. So fasting is the process of fattening your spirit man. You get spiritually fatter. And the fatter you are, the heavier you become. Satan can easily lift you up. That's why when Satan came to Jesus during fasting, or as he got into the end of his fasting, Satan couldn't lift him. The Bible says Satan came and carried him. It was too heavy for Satan to be carried. He had become spiritually fatter. he had waxed strong in the spirit. Fasting, another way to look at it, is exempting the flesh to exciting the spirit man. Your spirit gets excited when you are fasting. You get spiritually inclined. You get spiritually robust when you are fasting. Fasting, therefore, breaks off the human realms or takes you away from the human realms and helps you to gain access to higher realms of the spirit. Now, please note, everything you see physically is controlled spiritually. In fasting, we gain spiritual control. Everything on earth operates at different realms. Evil spirit, God's spirit, they operate at different realms. As a child of God, you need to go above the realms of the evil spirit. You have lowered yourself by drinking, eating, and all of that to the point that there is no more difference that can be noted by them. But when you are in fasting, you are gaining spiritual height, gaining ascendancy, and assessing authority that can help you to subdue them even without you speaking. In the realm of the spirit, all the demons, all the devils, the principalities and powers, they know us and they rate us by our status and levels in the realm of the spirit. They understand spiritual hierarchy even than many believers do. They know who to bow to. They know who to run away from. They know who to touch and afflict. They know who to charm. The bottom line is that Satan assesses you before he attacks you. He knows your capability. This is why fasting to know God, to relate with God, is more valuable than fasting to seek after things. I've checked all through the scriptures, especially the lives of the patriarchs. I never saw where Moses prayed for power, yet he did not lack power. They were all seeking spiritual ascendancy. Look at Daniel. The book of Daniel, you note how many times Daniel fasted, gaining spiritual ascendancy. He didn't beg for position. He never lacked it. He didn't plead for consideration, yet he was always noted in the reign of different kings. 4 successive kings requested for Daniel to come and assist. His mission, his approach is get a place with God, and you don't miss your place among men. Secure your place with God, and you never miss your place among men. As a matter of fact, you don't get to a point where you compete with men. You find yourself in a dimension that is second to none. That's the position they all occupied. There was no competitor with Moses, no competitor with David, no competitor with Daniel. They stood out because of their position with God. In this fasting season, therefore, please seek after God. Pant after God. Secure a position with Him that will subject all oppositions under your feet. It's a new day for you. 2025 is your year of triumph. It's your year of knowing God more than ever before. Don't forget, from the experience of Daniel, he had this to say: the people that do know their God, they shall be strong and they shall do exploits. Knowing God is key. Before you pray for power, pray to know God. Pray to see His glory. That was a prayer that Moses prayed. The Lord, show me your glory. Lord, I want to know you. He was panting after the face of God until, according to scriptures, Moses saw God and he spoke to him face to face and mouth to mouth. At his return, they couldn't behold his face. They all bowed to him. Please look up to God and all men will bow to you. See his face and you gain access to your next phases in life. Receive His touch, and people will look for you to touch you. And no demon shall be able to touch you. God bless you as you hearken to this. In case you have made a prayer list that is full of things you want, you don't have to throw them away, but I recommend for you, create room as number one for God. I want more of God. I want all of God. If you get God, you don't miss the things that He gives to you. God bless you. Looking forward to hearing your testimony very soon, with assurance that it will even be faster than you could ever set the goal of your heart. It is well with you. What you're looking for in December, you'll get in this first quarter as you engage in seeking after God. Finding God, you don't look for things anymore. God bless you in Jesus' name.